Welcome to episode 2 of our Bloom Into You mini series. This month, we're exploring what it means to grow into your fullest self. Last episode, we focused on grounding, and today we're shifting towards the light, towards self awareness and expansion. Joining me today is Marian Egan, healing artist and creator of Heart Art Magic, whose work invites people to explore their inner world through creativity and intuitive expression. And she's here to share with us how creative expression can open doors to profound personal insight. So let's dive in. Thank you, Marianne, for joining me again here today.
Thank you, Michaela, for asking me. It's great to be with you.
I am so excited to have this conversation. Before we get started, I know sometimes I will ask you if you have a card that you would like to share with us. So do you have a card you would like to share with us today?
I do, and it is Hands of Light.
Oh, awesome. Please share with us what that means.
Okay, so Hands of Light represents the healing power and compassionate touch that brings warmth, comfort, and restoration to your soul. This energy flows through your hands, illuminating your path to healing, nurturing, and uplifting yourself and others. See your hands of light as a reminder of your innate ability to channel positive energy and spread light, love, and healing in the world around you and within you. And the frequency number is 133331331. And, when you install that frequency into your body, it just makes a change for the better.
Awesome.
It's wonderful.
Yes. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. For those of you who may have just watched us for the first time, Marianne is the creator of some awesome healing card decks that has intuitive art paintings that she's done on them, along with great messages and frequency numbers that you can use for your own personal insight and, personal healing and all of those kinds of things. We're all about giving you the tools you need to be able to move forward. So let's jump into today's discussion. So, Marianne, creative expression can be such a mirror for personal growth. In your experience, how does art help people stretch into new levels of self-awareness or to be able to see themselves more clearly?
Well, thank you for asking that, because I was just reflecting on this last week. I'm just so grateful that I have the ability to create, because for me, it's been a saving grace. I think it has saved me so much from just the stress and anxiety. We all have challenges in life, and being able to lose yourself through art and through creativity is so rewarding, because it helps. I just get so focused, Michaela, when either I take up my knitting or I take up, and I do use paintbrushes, but primarily when I'm painting, I use my hands primarily. But even the last painting I did, which is in front of me here, I called it Free to Be Me. It was the impulse for me to go paint was so ginormous, really was. I just had to go paint. And when I did, I was just so blown away by what came through, because I never know what I'm going to paint. It's just it's intuitive. So I don't have an idea of what the finished product is going to be like. So that's why I film myself painting. And you can see that on my YouTube channel. But this Free to Be Me, it was just so enlightening and so liberating. But I go from painting to knitting to crochet, all of those things. I just love being lost in the creative process, because it's like, to me, it'd be like if you were in the sea and you needed some assistance, somebody throwing you a life saver.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me. I mean, it's that profound for me, and I just love it. I get lost in it, and time goes by. I sometimes forget where I'm supposed to be, so I can really get lost in it. But that's okay. But that just goes to prove that it works.
Yeah.
that proves that it works, you know. So I just love it, and I love that free to be me. You know, it is what it is, and it's amazing when I do it. I love it, really do.
Awesome. So, since we're talking about growth, and of course, you just shared your own creative expressions, and I assume that that allowed you to grow and expand in your own right as well. Since we're talking about growth, though, do you notice certain colors or shapes or styles that tend to show up when someone is going through a season of personal growth? Or what does that look like? What does that normally look like for someone?
Well, what I have found, you know, if people are into color, what I have found, even for myself personally, that I would be drawn to use certain colors when I'm painting, you know.
Mhm.
And there's certain colors that I would kind of not stay away from, but they wouldn't float my boat, you know. But I think what happens, oh no, I know what happens is you're you're drawn to what you need at that point in time.
Mm,
And it tends to balance out if anybody's into chakras and you know the energy centers around the body. If one of them or a couple of them are out of balance, the colors will rebalance. And you don't even know how that happens. It just happens, you know, but
yeah.
your subconscious knows. That's the wonderful thing about losing yourself in the creative process because you're stepping out of the fight flight mode and into the healing mode without even knowing that's what you're doing. And it's so, particularly if you have something that you are passionate about. I'm just so grateful that I brought my hobbies into my practice and it has fueled me even more so now, you know, and I live it and I love it. And it's so rewarding. But, you know, I was talking with a gentleman yesterday who'd been in when I say to people, well, what's your pain level? This was and I say 10 is the worst scenario.
Hmm.
He had 2 pain points in his body, and it was a 10 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10. And within a few minutes of using like the color on the cards, the frequency of the card, the message of the card, he was pain free. And for me, that's using the creativity, but passing it on and giving it to somebody else that they can use it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what fuels me. But I also know that the healing hormones really start flooding your body when you're doing something that you are passionate about.
Mm,
And you don't have to think about, you know, you really don't. I was talking to somebody, I just met somebody the other day for a coffee, you know, and when we were finished and I was saying goodbye, she said to me, you know, just even being around you, I feel so much better. But that's just because of the energy that fuels me to fuel other people. And I don't do it deliberately. It just is what it is. It's natural. It's authentic. It's real. And like what you were saying about, you know, stretching towards the light, it's lighting up. First of all, I light myself up. So if
hmm.
I light myself up, then whoever I meet, I'm going to ignite a fire in them too. So again, it's getting back to self-care, which we've talked about numerous times before, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I love that you brought in colors because I use color therapy a lot in the work that I do because yeah, the colors can balance so many things, and a lot of people don't realize that. It never dawned on me though that we would intuitively pick colors that we need at that particular moment to balance us. So thank you for sharing that
Yeah,
wonderful insight that I hadn't necessarily. I mean, I knew it, but I hadn't necessarily, put an intentional thought behind it. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
so that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So is there something that you would like to leave the audience with here real quick in this little mini series here that they can take away from this?
Well, I think the takeaway is, you know, for me, it's like looking in the mirror. What do you see? What do you feel? If you're happy in your own skin, fantastic. If you're not, why not? There's a reason, you know. So fueling yourself with it starts with liking and loving who you are. Warts and all. It doesn't matter what you look like, it's how you feel. Because when you change how you feel, you'll change how you look. So it's being kind to yourself, it's liking, loving, no matter what. It's so relevant, it's so important. I used to think it was, well, that's off the wall, like that's just way out there, like that's for the fairies. But it's not. It's so true. Just being true to yourself, that true essence of yourself. When you give that to yourself, you are giving yourself the best gift you can ever give. Is liking, loving yourself, and being your authentic, true self.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Marianne, for these beautiful insights that you have shared with us today. What I love about this conversation is a reminder that art isn't just about making something beautiful. It's about revealing truth, processing change, and helping us see ourselves with fresh eyes. And creativity and creative play can be such a powerful tool for self-discovery. So audience, as you reflect on today's conversation, I invite you to explore a little creative time this week. Even a few minutes of journaling or doodling or painting, or like Marianne, some crochet or some knitting, um, can open the door to greater self awareness. You know, subconscious knows what we need, and those expressions can come out in whatever tool we're using for our creativity at that particular time. Keep in mind that when you stretch towards the light with curiosity and creativity, you invite powerful growth into your light. So, thank you, Mary Ann, again for this inspiring conversation.
You're
And
so welcome. Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. And that's it for today's show. Join us next time as we continue our Bloom into You journey. Until then, remember, wellness isn't a destination, it's your daily journey. Bye for now.
Thank you.